Bum, bum, bum.
Hello, everyone. And voila. Good evening, everyone. It's Cindy and Joe Bedore from Tampa, Florida, and welcome to our webinar.
Hello, welcome. We're glad you're here tonight. We hope to be able to share a number of things with you. As other people start coming on, they can catch up on what we're talking about tonight. But there's a couple of things for sure that we want to try to cover tonight. Number one, we want you to get to know us a little bit better because we're just normal, ordinary people that have a passion about extraordinary things, you know. And so we have a little movement that we put together ourselves because it means so much to us, and we call it the VLP movement. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute, but we really want to share with you information about the company that we have locked arms with in the health and wellness area. And as the webinar goes on, we hope to be able to give you a pretty good insight as far as the technology and the products that this company has out there, and in particular one that just rolled out earlier this year. So it's a brand new product that's just taken the health and wellness world by storm. And so we want to be able to share that a little bit too. And maybe even talk a little bit about the business a little later on. We won't be long tonight, but we're going to get as much information to you as quickly as we can.
Well, I'm going to just start by a brief introduction, and those that have been on our webinars before, you've heard the story before, but just for new members, kind of it shows like my why we're here tonight, what got me here. And what got me here was, you know, I've always been passionate about health and wellness and anti-aging, you know, especially now, you know, in my getting to my later 50s, you know, you know, it's very important for me because I've always been active and enjoy it. You know, I love being able to keep up with the grandkids and things like that. Active as a young adult, was a martial artist, had a lot of challenges that really tried to get in my way because I had serious spine issues. A situation in my neck where it had to be surgically replaced, had no choice, and that was successful. So that, what's going on here? Okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. So yeah, so back to that, had that fixed about 20 years ago, and but my low back had an extra vertebrae and had a lot of issues with sciatic, and sometimes it would cripple me. All of a sudden I would be, you know, perfectly fine. The next thing I know, I could barely get out of a chair. Yeah. So I went and I dealt with this throughout my life. It wasn't just something that came on as I got a little bit older. It was something that even as a martial artist, there were times where we'd get to a location to, you know, compete, and they'd have to pull me out of the car because I couldn't move after being sitting in the car for so long. So that's why I kind of was looking for an alternate solution. Having been through a major surgery that was, you know, necessary for my life, I knew that if I wanted to find something that I didn't have to go through all that again if it wasn't life-threatening. I was in terrible pain, but I wanted to look for an alternative method, and that's when I stumbled onto this company literally by accident. So started using the patches right away. I started feeling some relief, and not just pain relief, and you know, and we'll get on when I talk a little bit more about the products, but my energy, my focus, and my focus was huge. I mean, it was like, wow, look at the world. It's still there, you know. And he got home from a road trip, and I said, I'm onto something. You need to look at this. This is different than anything else. Because I'm always, you know, here, try this new shake, try this new green food, you know, try this, that. And he was like, okay, you know, very respectful, but he gave it a try. Anyway, so that's my story.
Yeah, there were two things in particular about this particular one that really caught my attention. And the first one has to do with what it did for me with one of the patches that we started with right away. And because I've got these two crushed vertebrae in my neck, C6 and C7, from college. I was playing intramural football and just did something dumb, and it ended up putting me onto this giant collar for a long period of my young life. And I never thought that I was going to be able to fully recover from it, and I just figured I would have that lack of range of motion all my life and so on. But that particular patch, after just a couple of weeks, I began to notice that it was really loosening that up and really helping to mitigate that. And the other thing that was so unique about this business, we'll talk about a little bit later, and it has to do with the way that the binary marketing plan worked, and that turned out to be pretty curious to me down the road. Okay,
but we'll talk about that at the end, because we know a lot of our participants are really just interested in the product, and we respect that. So we're going to really touch base on the technology, the history of the company, and what we've experienced, and then at the end we'll turn over and talk a little bit about the business side, because we have another webinar on that exclusively. So we might as well get started here, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Woohoo!
And my screen.
So we're going to lose the view of the chat here for a little bit, but we'll find it a little later on.
There we go.
Woohoo! That looks nice.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about the VLP movement and just spend a minute on this, because this really is kind of how we look at things. We have these three basic pillars of what drives us. And those three pillars are what makes up the VLP movement. V stands for vitality. We believe that if you lead a life where you're on the right kind of diets and you're doing the exercise, doing all those things, and taking good care of yourself, with the proper supplements and so on, that you're gonna have a life full of vitality. And if you have a life full of vitality, that's going to lead to that second pillar of longevity. We only have one chance of spending time on this earth, and there may be something better afterwards, but while we're here, we have this one opportunity, and it's our responsibility to make the absolute most of it. So longevity becomes really, really key. When you have the vitality and the longevity, there's that third pillar that we believe is important, where you put that in place too, because if you're going to want to live a vital life doing the things that you want to do, and do that for a longer period of time in the same or better lifestyle that you're used to, you probably need to get the prosperity piece in place also. And so that's really the three tenets of how we look at things. And this is the kind of view that we had when we found how key this particular business that we've locked arms with fits into this, and we'll touch on this a little bit later on, but I just wanted you to let you know what it is that drives us and kind of keeps us centered and focused. Yes, there is a fourth pillar. We just don't talk about that in our webinars, but the VLP movement helps us through this piece of it. So,
okay. So LifeWave is the company that I stumbled upon about 4.5 years ago. And it's a technology for improving our health and providing dynamic anti-aging effects. So I want to just go back just a brief bit of history. David Schmidt is the founder and CEO of LifeWave. He's a scientist, he's a biologist, he has got an amazing background, unbelievable. During his career as an inventor, scientist, and doing all these amazing things, he was invited to participate in the U.S. Navy's Next Generation Mini Submarine program. And the goal of this program was to find a way to keep the crew member alive longer, to survive longer in the case of a catastrophe, and also to help the crew stay awake longer without having to rely on caffeine and stimulants. So this led David on to what later became, because he did, after working with the military, he did bring his invention or his discovery to market when he founded LifeWave back in 2004. And that was with the Energy Enhancer patch, LifeWave's first product. Now, shortly after the patches were released to the public, it got into the hands of Richard Quick. Mr. Quick is the Stanford University women's swim team coach. So he provided this patch to all his swimmers, and within 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 out of 8 of the girls had swam their personal best, and one even set a world record. So the girls went on to wear these patches while competing in the Olympic trials. And they were seen with these patches, which kind of opened a lot of eyes and raised a bit of a scandal So then David was required to send the patches to the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, and all the girls were required to have anti-doping testing. The tests revealed that the patches contained no stimulants, no drugs, or any performance-enhancing materials at all, and the girls all tested 100% clean. So the Olympic Committee actually approved the use of these patches for their competitors. This propelled LifeWave into the media spotlight. Athletes and celebrities from all over the world began endorsing these patches. So LifeWave patches are backed by scientific research. LifeWave has numerous, I think over 70 or 80 clinical studies to prove the effectiveness of their products. Universities and medical facilities from around the world have participated in these clinical studies. And LifeWave has over 70 patents on the field of regenerative science alone. So I'm going to give you a little video here, and this is going to kind of explain how these patches work.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. LifeWave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative powers and provide specific health benefits, all without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals, all helping you to stay healthy and young. To find out more, contact your distributor or visit lifewave.com. LifeWave. Live long. Live well.
So these patches are so easy to use. You simply apply the patch to a specific point on the body, such as an area of pain, or there's recommended placements for some of the other patches, and they work on the basis of phototherapy and acupuncture points. They're activated by our own body heat, and that reflects wavelengths of light throughout our body, which stimulates these patches to do what they're intended to do. It stimulates the nerves, and that creates a biochemical response from the body. So that's basically what the basis of phototherapy is. So I'm going to go into briefly some of the patches that Joe and I have been enjoying. I'm not going to cover all of them, but then we'll introduce the new patch after that. So we already talked about the Energy Enhancer patch. About a year later, LifeWave expanded their product line with the introduction of Silent Nights and IceWave. Now, Silent Nights helps enhance the quality and increase the length of your sleep, all naturally without any drugs, chemicals of any sort. And IceWave is a very fast-acting, safe, and natural pain relief. You can use it for whole body pain and for local pain. A few years later, the second generation of LifeWave patches are the anti-aging patches, also referred to as YAGE. Now first there's, glutathione. Glutathione supports the immune system. It is the major antioxidant, the master antioxidant of our body. It promotes detoxification of our liver. It keeps our liver healthy and strong, releasing all the stored toxins that enter our body from just the different elements that we are exposed to on a day-to-day basis. This patch is an amazing anti-aging patch. And the thing about glutathione is when we're young, we have very high levels of glutathione, but as we age or people who are ill have very low levels of glutathione. So it's one of those things that drop off as we get older. Carnosine, another super anti-aging patch, it is very concentrated in the heart and in the brain and in the muscle. It's clinically shown to increase stamina, improve strength, flexibility, endurance. Great patch there. And then the Eon patch. Now this is the patch that Joe and I first started out with. It is clinically proven to reduce stress and decrease inflammation. So at this point, I usually let Joe tell his story, but I think we jumped the gun on that one, and he already did. So I'm not going to elaborate anymore on that. But here, I do want to show you this illustration. This is infrared imaging. And if you look on the top two images, the red represents inflammation in the body. And then if you look at the images below them, that represents about 15 minutes after the Eon patch was applied. Okay, let's move on to the newest patch that LifeWave, that David Schmidt has brought to us. And this is really the future of health and medicine, and that is stem cells. Ooh. The patch is called X39, and here's a little video about that.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Imagine investing in companies like these when they first went public and riding their growth to where they are today. Those who made wise decisions to get involved gained incredible wealth. Now it's your turn. When it comes to regenerative anti-aging science, stem cells are the future. And thanks to LifeWave, you are at the forefront of it all. Don't miss out. X39 puts you on the threshold of explosive growth in your business like no other product ever could. And all you need to do is try it and share it with others. The LifeWave X39 patch, an absolute breakthrough. For your body, for your business. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
Okay.
So you can see how this technology and these products really did tie into our VLP mantra to have the vitality and the longevity. These patches are the doorway for that, for us. And then the last pillar being prosperity. That's for those who want it.
Right. So, you know, what's really fascinating about this patch, you know, we all heard of stem cell therapy, people having injections of stem cells. They're either taking them from one area of the body and putting it into another area. But my question in that is, okay, if my stem cells are aging, if they're not that effective, what's the point of taking them from here and putting them there? They're still the same ineffective stem cells. All right, so what's the other alternative? I guess take stem cells from a younger donor. There's a lot of controversy around that. And how safe is that when you're taking foreign stem cells? Stem cells are the future. They really, really are. And there's amazing things. And trust me, I'm not, you know, putting down this way of medicine, but this is a safe, natural, and inexpensive way to create an environment where our body is, our own stem cells are being activated.
Yep.
And so this new X39 patch, like the video said, it elevates a naturally occurring compound in the body that normally declines with age. And that is basically how this patch works. And that peptide is called GHK copper peptide. Now, elevating this peptide is a proven method of elevating, activating stem cells, which resets thousands of genes back to a younger, healthier state. That is just absolutely amazing. You know, peptides are building blocks of protein, and they bioregulate. They control our genetic expression, and in fact, all our biological activity of our cells in our body. So this GHK copper peptide is a peptide that can slow down the aging process. Now, I want to just really quickly show you, this is a book, and I don't know if you can see it. It's written by the Dr. Lauren Picard, PhD, and he discovered this GHK copper peptide back in the early 70s. Mm-hmm. This book is great. It really goes into a lot of detail on some of the things that this peptide can do, and some of the benefits you can expect by using this patch. This peptide alone, here's a list. I'm not going to go into this. Here's a list just of some of the things that simply the peptide can do. And if you can see, the #1 bullet point is increased stem cells.
Pretty amazing.
So here's what some people are feeling. A lot of people are feeling an immediate effect. In fact, most feel some immediate effect when using this patch. And this is because the patch will elevate antioxidants and decrease in inflammation. And I'll tell you a brief testimonial on that in just a few moments. A lot of people experience more energy almost right away. This is an increase in cellular energy. This is anti-aging at the cellular level. Right. Better sleep, and I really noticed this because I've always been kind of a problematic sleeper, and I'm sleeping so much better now that I've been using this patch. It's just, I'm so grateful for that. Dramatic pain relief, and you know, a lot of people experience this right away. Some it takes a little bit longer. And what we're finding is what a lot of people are doing is they're using this X39 to get that stem cell activity to increase, while at the same time they combine that with the LifeWave patch that helps with the immediate pain. Great combination for those that are really suffering from chronic pain. Wrinkle reduction over time, you know, and I've seen an improvement in my skin, a different kind of glow. My skin feels pretty good, and you know, I've been using this patch since January for 6 months now. Sports performance. I like to work out every day. I've definitely noticed, I have really good energy. My workouts are very, very good. And my recovery, I don't get as sore. Hair growth, and this is interesting. This peptide has been proven, the GHK peptide, to help increase hair growth and the texture of the hair. LifeWave has not tested this yet, but they're planning to, I'm quite certain.
Yes, they are.
Scar removal. So activating stem cells leads to this phenomena called remodeling, and that's actually altering the structure of the skin, which in turn heals old scars. And then, of course, youth renewal. Again, like I said, rewriting thousands of genes in our DNA to a younger state. This is truly anti-aging at the cellular level. So here's some of what the LifeWave community had been saying before this patch was even released to the public, because there were some in the LifeWave community that began using it last summer. Mm-hmm. So this slide is from the very beginning, right when they released it to the rest of the community. I'm going to just tell you a really brief personal testimonial. And so I had been seeing a naturalist for about 2 years. One of the things that she tests for, and it's just to help me with natural ways to balance hormones, but she always tests for markers for inflammation, which is C-reactive protein. And inflammation, as most of us know, is very dangerous. It is like a precursor to aging and disease. So my, as healthy as everything else was, for some reason, that C-reactive protein was in a high-risk level for the past 2 years. And I was on this patch for 6 weeks, and I had my blood work done, and it dropped from high risk to normal. And I was just absolutely amazed. This was at the end of February. Well, just recently, I had another set of labs done. And, I'll be honest with you, I was a little nervous. Was that just a fluke? Was that real? Is it going to be? And it was, again, perfectly normal. So that's a good testimonial. I would not have known that if I didn't have regular labs done to measure that.
Well, high risk to normal is a big gap.
It's a big gap in 6 weeks.
It goes all the way through the, risky, not so good, down to normal, all in one swoop.
That's right.
That's great.
Yeah, so inventor, David Schmidt, he, as much as he has done and some of the amazing things he's done and the technologies that he's invented, he is calling the X39 his greatest achievement so far. And I like the so far part, because wait till I wonder what's up his sleeve next. We're going to put our contact information out right now. We're going to continue a little bit, but we're not. We're getting like probably 3/4 of the way done. But just in case there are folks on the call that really are just interested solely in the patch, we are going to talk about it a little bit more when we expand onto a little bit about what else this company has done for us. So, but here's our contact information. We will display it again at the end of the webinar also.
So you can snap a picture of it if you want to then, but we'll find ways of getting it to you.
Okay.
So, we're going to talk just a little bit now. There's so much to say about the patches. There's so much to say about the X39 and the ease of adapting these patches. It's just a little 1 inch, round circular thing that you have on your body somewhere. And all of the patches come with these little pamphlets that explain the proper patch placement. I don't know if you can see me and up in the corner or not, but all of them come with the proper patch placement, because different patches, with the exception of the X39, different patches go on different parts of the body, and they do remarkable things. But as far as this technology and what it may mean in the near future, on a global view of things, that there's some really interesting things happening that a lot of people are getting very excited about. We started back in 2004. Now we've got warehouses in 12 countries. We're in at least 9 languages. I noticed with the X39, they have a little pamphlet in there, and the pamphlet itself explains the X39 patch in 12 different languages. And as I hold this up, and as you see these slides and some of these videos, it's a testament to the type of marketing material that this company backs us with. We don't have to figure all this stuff out. It has been figured out for us and done in remarkably tasteful ways. So let's go to the next slide. You know, and it comes down to if this is the kind of a thing that you would like to share with other people, you know, you ask yourself, are you satisfied with certain things in your life? It kind of comes back to our VLP movement. We wanted to do something about our lives. You know, are you happy with the way your health, the way you look and feel now? Are you happy with the way your finances are going right now? And are you happy with the direction you're going in? Are things unfolding the way you want them to? And if you're answering no to any of those, along the bottom it says, you know, you're in the right place at the right time with the right opportunity. And we're going to go in this particular video, before we click on this button here, this particular video, you're going to be some of the first people in the world to be able to see this video. It's being released tomorrow evening worldwide by LifeWave, and we've had the opportunity of getting an advanced version of it for our webinar tonight, so we feel very blessed about that. And it's just another piece of marketing material that really does explain the potential of this X39 patch and what it does for the LifeWave members. And so let's roll this for a few minutes.
Often that an opportunity comes along that puts you in the right place at the right time with the right product. But that's exactly where you find yourself as you discover the power of LifeWave technology and the opportunity it represents for you. Our mission? To share products with the world that enhance the health, wellness, beauty, and longevity of every person we encounter. If that resonates with you, take a moment and imagine. Have you heard about the billions being spent in the race to cash in on the promise of stem cells? We're told the possibilities in the future for improving our health and wellness using stem cell science from Big Pharma are huge. But what if the future was now? What if you could be perfectly positioned to take advantage of the stem cell revolution today? Partnering with an established company with proven technology, using a business distribution system that puts you in the driver's seat now. Too good to be true? Absolutely not.
It's what the world wants. We don't want drugs. We don't want injections. We don't want surgery.
I've never seen anything like this in 21 years of being a doctor, anything coming close to doing what this technology does for people.
This is a pivotal moment in alternative medicine and in the future of technology and healing and helping people.
Stem cells are the future. As a wellness company, we needed to be part of the stem cell revolution. And with X39, that's exactly what's happened.
That's David Schmidt, LifeWave's founder, CEO, and inventor of X39, his latest breakthrough in what is wearable, virtually weightless technology.
I'm now 50 years old and I feel like 30 years.
In 2 days, X39, my knee pain was really gone.
It's a really fun thing to share with people because everybody is amazed by it.
What does X39 do? It harnesses light to elevate a copper peptide proven to activate stem cells.
We're bringing regenerative science to everyone, and we're doing it safely and inexpensively and with extraordinary benefits. So this is why we have such an advantage in the marketplace and what makes our opportunity for our business builders so enormous.
This is cutting-edge science with no competition that's safe, affordable, non-invasive, and drug-free. We have an X39 video that tells you all about the science, so be sure to watch it. But with over 80 clinical studies behind it and multiple worldwide patents protecting it, the science is settled.
It's a game changer.
There's absolutely no competition.
You're not going to be able to find this in any other different company.
So where do you come in? Our distribution model is network marketing, an industry that approaches $200 billion a year in sales worldwide. People telling people about products and building teams of team builders that accelerate that word of mouth. It's big business, and LifeWave is growing fast within it.
It's very unusual that you would have cutting-edge science make its way into network marketing. But as it turns out, because our products produce immediate effects, immediate benefits, sharing the product face-to-face makes it the ideal way to share the technology.
The only thing you have to do is go out and share it with people. That's it.
You don't have to be a medical doctor like me. Everybody can do this.
You try the patch and you love it.
The reaction that people give us is like, wow.
With warehouses now in multiple countries, distribution in over 100, and the capability to manufacture millions of units per month already in place, LifeWave is ready for you. Just think about who you know and all the people they know that would like more energy without the buzz, to reduce or eliminate pain, to sleep better, all without drugs, to look and feel younger without risky procedures. The list of benefits using our products is long. The market's vast. Are you starting to get the idea here? You're on the threshold of something significant. I mean, think about it. This is an opportunity with global reach where there's help and support alongside you every step of the way, and it's all fueled by a science that has no competition. As a member, you have an incredible array of marketing support, training, and business services that allow you to focus on what's important, spreading the word about LifeWave and helping us expand.
The growth in the future is going to be fast because of X39.
Once you learn about the X39 and you see what it's doing for people, for me, I feel like it's an obligation to share it.
Today, more and more people are really looking for solutions for a better lifestyle.
Everybody wants to look younger, everybody needs more sleep, wants to have more energy, wants to get rid of pain.
And LifeWave is fun because you're making a difference in people's lives. It's not a little difference, it's a big difference.
LifeWave gave my children their mother back.
When you're able to move someone's health as much as we can with LifeWave, see what change that make into people's life, that's amazing. It is. You can literally change someone's life. And I love that.
So there you have it. Look, whatever you want, however high your goals, however big your dreams, it's all possible with LifeWave. So be sure to get back to the person who suggested you watch this video and get started today. Try X39 or one of our other fantastic products so you can learn for yourself what all the excitement is about when it comes to LifeWave. Whatever you do, though, be sure to get started today because the clock is ticking. The time is now. You don't want to miss out. We're building LifeWave to $1 billion company. Let's do it together.
What an outstanding video. We're so pleased to be able to share that with you tonight.
Yeah, and it's nice because a lot of those folks that you saw talking, they're personal friends of ours now.
Yeah.
We've met them and,
gosh, the first guy that came on, he was actually a guest of ours on one of these webinars.
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Chuck Michael, he's amazing.
He's been with LifeWave from the very beginning. So I'm really proud to really be, have gotten to know some of these people. Traveled with them and got to hear their successes and their stories, and they're there to help us. Yeah. And that's what's so awesome about it.
So let's go to the next slide real quick. I'm not going to dive into this.
No, we don't need to dive into it. We have a separate webinar that I've recorded, and I do them live every now and then on a full, for those interested in this business, I do a full detailed webinar on this compensation plan. And it goes through each one of these bullet points and explains how it works and what the potential is, which huge.
So just suffice it to say that there is a very rich compensation plan behind this business. So we've got products that are just amazing cutting edge products without the business behind it. There's something that we would be using in our lives anyways. And then we've got a tremendous compensation plan for people who want to share these products with other people. So, and there's a way to start to do that. You don't need to know all this detail yet, but if this looks like something that you want to be trying, if you want to be trying these amazing patches, there is a way to become a LifeWave member and buy those patches at wholesale instead of at retail. So you talk about this very first way up here, and it's just the difference. And these X39 patches, just as an example, the X39 patch retails at $149 a month, and that's why they say it's so affordable, compared to like stem cell therapies and injections and what have you. But at the wholesale level, it's $99. So you have a 50% difference there just between the wholesale and the retail. So if you want to be using these patches and you think that buying them at wholesale is a better deal, there's a couple of ways to become a member in LifeWave. Let's talk about that a little bit here.
Okay.
Wrap things up. Yep.
So again, there's so many reasons, even for those that are not interested in the business side, and that's perfectly fine. We have a lot of people that we've helped with these patches that, they purchase them as needed or on a regular basis. They become members because of the savings. And like Joe said, X39, you're saved $50 for a 1 month supply simply by being a member. Another thing members benefit from, whether you're involved for the business side or not, is on the other patches, not X39, but all the other patches we talked about, you're able to take advantage of multi-unit pricing. So that saves you money if you're ordering one patch packet at $69.95, but look at this, if you order 3, it goes down to $49.95. So you're saving money just by being a member. That's not available to the retail customers. So there's 5 membership options, something to fit everybody's budget. Again, a lot of our folks, we'll get a lot of couples who both want to try it. They'll go in at the silver level, because they get 3 sleeves of X39 or 6 of any other patch or mix and match. People who just want to, get in and try, X39, they'll go in at bronze. Then we have some people that are really interested in the business side, and they want a variety of patches to experience and so forth. They'll go in as a diamond. But there's a level for everyone, whatever your budget and your comfort zone is, there's a level for everybody to get started.
It's as simple as that, yes.
So we're pretty much done.
Yes, we are. And here's the contact information. The one thing we always try to mention here is we open these live webinars up to anyone in the LifeWave organization.
Right.
And they can be cross-line, up-line, down-line, people we don't really know, but they've just seen our post out on one of the LifeWave sites. So if somebody else invited you to come to this webinar tonight and you're interested in trying these products, as we hope you are, you reach out to that person, make sure they know that you're interested, and let them get some more information to you. Maybe they're sharing this video as a replay, because we always post these replays, make these available at times that are more appropriate for some people in other parts of the world. And so if they're sharing this replay with you, just get back with them. And if it's someone who we've invited, reach out, let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and stop our share so we could say goodnight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So thank you for joining us again. We really appreciate the support. We know we have a lot of LifeWave members out there that are joining in, and we really do appreciate the support. Please feel free to share this with your prospects or people who are interested in the products. And
if you become a member in LifeWave or a person using the patches, you'll have access to these also to help you with some of the people when you don't know how to explain this just yet, because it's a new technology. It's a lot, so we use the pre-made videos a lot to help us tell the story, and then we share these with people as we can. So you can do the same. We really do appreciate the fact that you spent time with us tonight. We're very grateful that you've done that and you've given us this time. We know your time's valuable. So with that, we would like to
say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again.